Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you. Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
You look strong. Come to Jorvaskar and be a companion.
Don't mind them. Just working out some issues in the old way. I learned the ways of the blade in the Great War. Nearly lost my life outside the Imperial City. I came home to Skyrim when it was all over. I wasn't much good at anything other than fighting. Wandered around as a blade for hire. It was a damn good job, too. The money was good, and the women were good. The drinks were good. I was losing myself, my heart. I was lucky the companions found me. Now there's a reason to be fighting. The honor of my brothers and sisters is worth more than coin. Of course the money is still good. And the drinks. None of our business. There's no honor to be had in the squabbling of dogs.
Oh, I'm just a servant, dear.
Ask any fool around here and get a different answer.
A good bunch of men and women who make too much a mess, if you ask me.
Mercenaries, warriors of honor, brothers and sisters of the blade, drunken rat. Take your pick. I've been here longer than most of them. Even I don't know sometimes. Just hope they don't kill each other.
Not now. I'm trying to watch this.
You think you stand a chance?
So you think you have what it takes? Lucky for you, I'm not the one who makes that decision. Talk to Kodlak. Who knows? Maybe he's in a generous mood.
Are you kidding? I've wanted to be with them since I was a little girl. The Circle are the ones who parcel out the jobs. That's Ayla, Skior, and the brothers, Farkas and Vilkas. Kodlak advises them, but he doesn't really give orders. Where else would I want to be but here? Learning from them, fighting at their sides.
Ah, fresh blood. Hope you know how to handle yourself.
A man of my station has many debts. I'm not much use at labor or learning, but I can throw a punch with the best of them. The Companions let me fight for gold, and so I fight.
Fortune and glory, friend. Fortune and glory.
But I still hear the call of the blood. We all do. It is our burden to bear. But we can overcome. You have my brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along quite so easily. Leave that to me. A stranger comes to our hall. Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting her.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskar for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, girl? That may be so. This is Vilkas. He will test your arm. Vilkas, take her out to the yard and see what she can do.
Aye. Not here. Out in the yard. Come on.
Here to be a companion? Well, they just let me in, so there's probably no more room.
The old man said to have a look at you. So, let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it.
I'll try and make this quick.
She just might make it.
Just a scratch. Gods, no. You're mine.
Not bad. Next time won't be so easy. You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you. Here's my sword. Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
What brings you here? I'm guessing you're the newcomer then. Oh, don't worry too much about it. They were all whelps once. They just might not like to talk about it. And don't always just do what you're told. Nobody rules anybody in the Companions. Well, I'm not sure how they've managed it, but they have. No leader since Ysgramor. Kodlak is the Harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for the whole group, but every man is his own. Every woman, her own. Not actually a companion myself, but none of them know how to work a forge properly, and I'm honored to serve them. My name is Eorlin Greymane. I work the Skyforge. Best steel in all of Skyrim. All of Tamriel. I have a favor to ask. I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me. This isn't a command, just decency. Help out an old blacksmith. I've got to get back to my work.
My brother Vilkas is a better talker than me. He should be around someplace.
We Greymanes have been feuding with the Battleborns for years. There's no more bitter enemy than an old friend. Oh, we've got an old saying. The Greymanes have lived in Whiterun since the first snows fell in Skyrim. Well, maybe that's not entirely true. But our clan's got a long and proud history in this old. We respect the old ways, the Nord ways. And the Greymane has worked the Skyforge since before the time of my grandfather's father. Aye, we used to be fast friends, though it was long ago. We were two of the city's oldest and most respected clans, and we could trace our histories all the way back to Ysgramor's companions. But then Ulfred got rich, and decided he and his kin were too good for us simple, backwards Nord folk. When the Troubles began, he took the Empire's side. We haven't spoken much since then.
Vilkas and I have been here since we were little whelps. Our father Jurgen raised us here. Even Vigner couldn't remember companions younger than us.
No, they used to be something. Nowadays, they just squabble amongst themselves. Take my advice and keep away. You look too smart to get caught up with this bunch. Well, when you get to be my age, you don't remember why you did much of anything. Only that it happened.
Let me tell you, sobriety is highly overrated.
Aye, they're an old clan like ours. But they cast their lot with the Empire when the uprising began. Ulfred Battleborn made his money from farming, and got himself some new friends among the Empire's nobles. Now he's in the Emperor's pocket like the rest of them, with no regard for honor and tradition. I was done talking anyway. the Empire surrendered to the Altmerry Dominion, they shamed us all.
Speak. You don't just waddle in here and get to speak to the boss. Who do you think you are?
I'd be dead if not for Vignar. He took me in and helped me turn my life around.
If you want to embarrass yourself, I won't stop you. Kodlak is the Harbinger. He's the closest thing you'll find to a leader around here.
I haven't seen you before, have I? Have we met? I'm sorry if I've forgotten.
To hear Vignar tell it, we're a bunch of layabouts and useless whiners who used to know how to fight. But he thinks everything used to be better. I, for one, would trust any companion with my life.
I hear you have spirit. This is good. You may yet join our numbers. Keep up the effort, young one. Eyes on the horizon, always. Like most of our band, I found this family after losing my own. I traveled the length and breadth of this land, learning all I could of the sword and the axe. I was just a boy, but I had the fire of a man in my heart. Eventually, my body caught up to my spirit. My predecessor, Asgar, found me in Hammerfell. I was serving as a bodyguard for some weak-necked lord out there. He brought me back here, and I realized that I was actually coming home. I worked to bring honor to this family, and to the family that I lost. For my mother, my father, and my grandfather. For all my shield siblings. Family and honor. That's what it means to be one of us, girl. Politics are something best avoided. I prefer more personal confrontations myself.
You know this one? I saw her training in the yard with Vilkis.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
Don't let Vilkis catch you saying that.
Your question carries more weight than you may know, newcomer. The sort of thing some of us spend our lives pondering. The difference between a noble band of warriors and a ragged bunch of assassins is as thin as a blade's edge. I try to hold us to the right path.
Do you think you could handle Vilkis in a real fight? Ah, a woman who lets her actions speak for her. I knew there was something I liked about you. Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head.
Farkas.
Did you call me?
Of course we did, Ice Brain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelps sleep.
New blood? Oh, I remember you. Come on, follow me.
Ysgramor himself wouldn't have the patience to deal with all the rabble around here.
Haven't seen your face before. I'm watching you.
But they're good people. They challenge us to be our best. Nice to have a new face around. It gets boring here sometimes. I hope we keep you. This can be a rough life. The quarters are up here. Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired. Telma will keep the place clean. She always has. All right, so here you are. Hey!
I'm still trying to figure out why Skjor let you in the first place.